You should always test your URL before submitting it for grading. If it doesn't open a web page for you, it will not open a web page for your instructor, so it won't be graded. If you ever reach a not found error or a 403 error, then your URL isn't formed correctly. Remember, any assignment that requires a URL to be submitted for grading will provide you with an example of what the URL should look like if you followed the directions. You should always make sure to name your new web server directories and web files based on what the directions tell you to name them. Almost any time you get a not found or 403 error, it's due to the URL having the wrong file path to the web file or a case sensitivity issue. To troubleshoot this issue, compare the broken link in your browser to what you have on the web server. The URL file path should have directory and file names spelled exactly the same way as they're spelled out on the web server. For example, my URL is broken. It is pointing to http://citwebdev.cscc.edu/tildemat/csci1145/exercise1/I index.html, which doesn't exist on the web server. If we look at how the file is saved on the web server, we will find the issue. If you notice, the directory names of CSCI1145 and exercise1 are correct, because that is how they're configured on the web server. Now, if we drill into the exercise1 directory, we will find the problem. Notice that the index.html file is spelled with a lowercase I and not a capital I. If we change the URL to have a lowercase index.html, the URL should now work. Bingo! Use this example for your link troubleshooting. More often than not, you just don't have the correct file path or have a case sensitivity issue with how you named files and directories. Again, if you just follow the directions, you shouldn't have an issue with your URL working, but you can always refer to them to help you figure out what may be wrong with your URL if it doesn't open.